to hang out up there as well. As we head up into the Kopis, we are entering big cat territory. These hills we're about to get up into, very famous for cheetahs. I like to use them as a hunting ground. Cheetahs do blend in really, really well with the ground though, with those spots. Keep our eyes open. Let's see.
There might be
there's that white rhino we're looking for. There's a couple of them actually up here.
In fact, this might be a part 2.
Just hanging out. Again, they weigh about 5,000 pounds and they can charge at 35 miles an hour. Unfortunately, they are poached in the wild for that beautiful horn because a lot of people think it has medicinal properties. That's not true. Their horns are actually made up of keratin, which is the same stuff in your hair and fingernails. Again, we're going to be heading up to the Kopis now. Kopis are large rock formations and they're usually a favorite spot for lions. I like to use them as a lookout post so they can see over that tall grass for prey. I'm not seeing any lions quite yet, but I am seeing a couple of water buck. Those are these shaggy brown animals up ahead of us with these white targets on their butts. Now, water buck are incredibly sedentary creatures, and once they find a water source, they're not going to stray too far away from it because that is quite a lot of effort. They are very lazy animals. But probably the coolest fact about a water buck is the way they repel predators. But they're going to secrete kind of an oily substance into that fur, which makes them smell really, really bad. That is the most effective way to have a predator leave you alone.
The rhino was freaking running. It was running. What? I didn't get that.
And we might be stopped for an animal crossing, so we're just going to go through here nice and slow. There's those white rhinos just came down from the hill. That's what we were waiting for. So there's a couple zebras back there. We'll get nice and close to them. Over on the left, 2 female lions hanging out up on the rocks there. Yeah, keeping a very, very watchful gaze on those rhinos and zebras.
Get it? Do a roar.
So what you see the female lion on the right doing is basically what they do all day, 16 to 20 hours out of every day. There she comes. We'll get a good view of those zebras in just a moment. It sounds like there is, let's see, maybe not. I thought there was a male lion. Oh, actually there he is. He's way up at the top, the male lion. He's kind of up and wedged in between the 2 rocks, way, way up there. Doing what lions do best. Now for those of you that are fans of the Lion King, Simba is actually the Swahili word for lion. And he has an incredibly powerful roar that can be heard up to 5 miles away. As I promised, we're going to come around this corner here in just a moment and see if we can get a little better view of these zebra and rhinos. There they are. Those white rhinos and then those zebras are a little further down over there. And for those of you that are curious about those zebras, they are black with white stripes, not the other way around. Easiest way you can tell is that they have black noses. And very similar to our fingerprints, no 2 zebra stripe patterns are ever quite the same. Very, very unique. They also have a hind kick so powerful they can actually break the jaw of those lions we just passed. But we're going to leave this part of the savannah and make our way back into Magadi Glen, which is the newest addition to the reserve out here. Usually pretty quiet. We'll see if anyone's out today to say hello. Looks like we're actually in luck today, folks. Now up ahead of us, straight up on top of that hill, kind of a toasted marshmallow colored antelope. That is a scimitar horned oryx. They get that name after the Middle Eastern scimitar's sword, same shape as those beautiful horns they have. Now, these guys are actually one of my favorite animals out here on the savannah, or I should say on the reserve. That's because they're really well adapted for that desert life that they live in northern Africa. Now, they can actually go 9 months out of the year without a single drop of water. They're going to get that from the vegetation they eat. They also can reach an internal body temperature of 115 degrees Fahrenheit before they start sweating. Really cool stuff. Very, very well adapted for that life. And one last view of him coming on our way. And we're going to start making our way back to the warden's post. We did see a lot of really great animals out there this evening, but we want to make sure those animals are around for a really, really long time. So folks, please do remember that conservation starts with all of you. And you can do simple things in your everyday lives, like recycling your paper products, as well as your electronics, like your cameras and cell phones. Also any bottles or cans that you have. Basically, just try to clean up the environment a little bit. Help give these animals a home for a really, really long time, because much of their habitats are being destroyed out there in the wild. And you can also donate to different conservation funds all across the world. Right here at Disney, there's the Disney Conservation Fund. If you do purchase anything at any merchandise location, even just round it to that nearest dollar, all the little change comes right back to these animals and sometimes can make a pretty big change. And if you forget anything else that I've told you today, please do remember this. One of my favorite sayings goes, we don't inherit this earth from our parents, we are simply borrowing it from our children. And all the little things you do today do have a really big impact on tomorrow. So just keep that in mind. Go out and conserve as much as you can and help protect these animals. In the meantime, though, as we're heading up to the dock, this is a good time to go ahead and check that seat, check that floor. Make sure you guys have everything you came on board with you today. You don't want to leave anything behind because it is a very long walk back here to Africa. As we head to the dock once again, my name is Brittany. It's been my pleasure to take you through the reserve this evening. As always, come back and see us again real soon because no two safaris are ever quite the same. Obviously, the animals make sure of that, but I do hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day here at Animal Kingdom, or wherever your travels may take you. John the Warden.
Anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed that video. Once again, that was Kilimanjaro Safari. The title may have given that away. I love you guys. Like, subscribe, comment, and click the bell. Goodbye.